Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How are we doing on this fine evening?
How are you doing?
Well, I've been wrestling with both Discord and our recording program and all sorts of other things over the past hour and change. Plus, since we rearranged all of our setup at the house, I had to rewire things today, and it's just been fun. But yeah, we are live right now. So all of these people are hearing us ramble.
Hi, everybody. How's it going today?
Well, these two people or whatever.
I don't know. Yeah, go.
Realistically, it's probably just two of us. We'll see.
No, we have a handful of folks who watch every week. And in addition, we have been averaging 35 to 40 viewers of our recorded sessions every week. So unless we've been watching them over and over again individually, I don't think that's the case.
Don't judge me.
You didn't watch last week's episode. You don't count.
You don't get to tell on me.
You didn't watch the... Oh, man.
No!
Okay, well, if you didn't watch, then I guess we're going to introduce ourselves, and then I'm going to throw you directly into the hot seat.
Okay. I figure it'll be more authentic this way.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. So, I'm Bear. I'm your game master for tonight. Usually I introduce myself last because I'm running back from turning on a recording system because I don't have a great setup here. But I'm going to introduce myself first because Gavin, the guy who normally does all the introduction stuff, is not available tonight. He is under the weather. But with that, we're going to introduce ourselves in whatever order Gavin trained you to do that in, because I don't hear any of that.
We've been trained?
I don't know. He told me he had you guys set for a certain loop.
You're giving us far too much credit.
No.
Fake it till we make it, boy.
Second up is me. I am Sorrel, and I will be playing the role of Verdant Moonwillow. I said the wrong name last week, and I was...
Ooh, what name did you say last week?
Moonshadow.
Moonshadow? Well, you are being followed by a Moonshadow.
That's fair. And both her pronouns and my pronouns are she, her.
Okay, Lance, you're moving your camera, so I guess that means you want to be next.
Figured out my secret. I am Lance, and I play Sadie, the beast woman from the outer reaches of Carcaxia. And her pronouns are she and her, and mine are he and him, I suppose. And
and then there were two. Oh.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to have someone else go because you gave us a long pause. And if I said, why the big pause, you'd be, because I'm a cat girl.
Exactly.
All right, I'll go, because one of us is a little bit more shy than the other one. Okay. I am Richard. I play Dane Hopkins. Dane's pronouns are they, them, while mine are he, him, which sometimes gets confused while we stream. Not calling anybody out. None of you. I love you all.
And that leaves us with Cassie.
Yes. I am Cassie, aka Cassandra. I play the character of Kayla Swift, and she, her pronouns for both of us.
I also noticed your recording backdrop is a little different than it's been.
Yes, I am at an actual desk now, and not either the floor or my bed. So, stepping up in the world. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. And hi to all of you viewers who are here now or who will be joining later. We love you for showing up. And we're just going to jump right into things. So, Kayla.
Yes.
It has been a few days since you've met up with the rest of the posse. You've been in New York visiting... who are you visiting in New York?
That would be my family that I'm visiting. I have a brother, Roger, and my father as well.
And they have ties to the Sputnik Corporation in some way, don't they?
Oh, yes, they do. They absolutely do. Let's see. So my brother, Roger, works somewhat loosely for the Sputnik Corporation. He works in a hotel that frequently sees visitors from uptight, higher up Sputnik Corps people. And my father, Abe Swift, now retired slash disabled. He used to work for the Sputnik Corporation as a shipping manager. I don't know if we
Okay,
do
sorry.
more
Just checking one
background.
thing real quick.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. I was just confirming that our audio is coming through because I was wrestling with a lot of tech issues today.
The techiest issues.
Oh, it has been a delight. So your father, who was a retired person involved with Sputnik in some
Yes.
way,
Mm-hmm.
and also your brother, who is a current participant in the Sputnik's stuff. He was
Yes.
a greeter, you said?
They're hospitality industry, I guess.
Gotcha. So
Yeah.
they're working for the Sputnik Marigold Hotel.
Exactly. Otherwise known as the Argyle Hotel.
The Argyle Hotel.
Argyle, yep.
Now, do they know that you do freedom fighting on the side?
My brother does. Dad, not so much. Not so much. We need to keep his sensibilities, calm.
Don't want to give him another heart attack.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you're in the kitchen with your brother washing dishes after a family meal. And your father's in the living room listening to the radio as people his age do.
Mhm.
And a news program comes on. And I'm getting feedback from somebody's voice. Okay. Looks like it's all set now. So you hear the newscast and it begins something like this. Citizens of this great nation, the Sputnik Corporation has suffered a terrorist attack on Moonbase Sigma. A group of assailants from the well-known terrorist organization, the Gaia Squadron, have led a full-scale frontal assault on Sputnik Corp's headquarters. Despite a great deal of property damage, the valiant defense forces of Sputnik were able to drive them off. There were no civilian casualties. Your brother leans in to you, talking softly so that your father can't hear. Kayla, was this you?
Only a little. Wasn't I was there, but I didn't cause all the damage.
To be specific, they are talking about an assault on a moon base. This was last night.
Oh.
This is the episode you missed.
Then no, I wasn't there. This was another time I'm talking about.
Oh, so there's multiple times when you've attacked Sputnik bases?
Yeah, only a little. It happens.
Only a little? There were explosions. People could have died. You could have died.
Yeah, but it's worth it. I mean, you've seen what Sputnik does, what they did to our family. And not just our family, but everyone, the entire town that we live in. Look at it.
Yeah, I look and I see that we're all working because of Sputnik. We're all getting food in our bellies. We're getting steady paychecks.
Mom had to leave because of Sputnik. Our family fell apart.
Mom had to leave because of decisions she made. Decisions you're following in her footsteps with.
I'm proud to.
How do you think Dad's going to take this when he finds out, or worse, they show you getting killed on live TV?
I'm not going to get killed, Roger, and he doesn't need to find out. The less he knows, the better.
At that point, there's a pounding on the door. Oh, all right. Let the old man get it. Already sitting in my comfy chair, but no, it's all right. You two spry youngins who are already up and about. Don't want to interrupt you and your TVs and your cell phones.
And our dishwashing.
And he gets up and heads to the door. When he opens it, you can't quite see who's there at the moment, but you hear a voice. Or oh, give me a second. I gotta find this one. Yeah, I'm looking for Kayla Swift. I got important news from up above. What you carrying there, boy? I got these. It's documentation and some of my stuff from the. I just got to talk to Kayla. Right this way. Yeah. Kayla, it's a gentleman caller. Making me get the door just to let her boyfriends in. What a. And he goes back and sits down. Into the room walks a harried, overweight gentleman wearing stained coveralls. He has a Sputnik issue tool belt at his side and is carrying armloads of stuff, most of it bearing the Sputnik logo.
What can I do for you?
Well, I came here to I was sent by my boss. My name's Gus. I work on orbital base Sigma. At least I used to.
Who's your boss?
Dietrich Steiner.
I'm familiar with Dietrich. What did he send you for?
Well, he said you were the ones who needed this information. And he just drops a pile of what might as well be unintelligible garbage on your kitchen table.
Any idea what this is?
Oh, yeah, that's my research.
What have you been researching?
Well, I've been studying the power signature on the armors you and your folks wear. Trying to come up with our own variant on it, tap into the same kind of energy fields. And, well, most of my stuff's theoretical. Miss Ileana's put things into more practical applications. Kayla, your mic's your earphones are bleeding again. So he He, well, something's been happening on the moon. He puts a holographic projector kind of thing down, pushes a button, and you see a video recording of this. It's a 3D map that you recognize as the central square for Sputnik's headquarters on the moon. And there are 2 green signals. I'm sorry, there is somebody will have to refresh my memory. Who were the ones who were there on site? That was Sadie and
Sadie and
Dietrich.
Dietrich.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So there are some green energy signatures, and as they're interacting, one of the green energy signatures flares to a bright yellowish orange, and some other green energy signatures that are there begin to flare to a bright red. And there's some sort of conflict and combat happening, and the 2 initial energy sequences flee after some time. Now, what we're seeing here is the primary assailant, and he points to the person who glowed the yellow and the orange. They unleash some sort of power and transformed to cause mayhem and havoc up here. But these red ones, well, those look a lot like your energy signatures. Except they're not the same at all. If you get what I'm saying.
I think so. So, I guess I'm
Dietrich. Oh,
just
Dietrich
confused. Why
yeah.
would Dietrich?
Dietrich said that he had been reassigned because Sputnik had developed their own source of energy, and well, this must be it.
But why send this to me? It's my question. What does Dietrich expect me to do with this?
I'm not sure, but he said he said that I needed to get this to. He looks around nervously, leans in, and goes, "You people."
Okay. Thank you, Gus. Do you have contact information? Maybe a burner phone number or something I can get a hold of you later if I have any questions?
He is he's going underground right now.
No, for you.
Oh, for me, I'm just kind of hanging out here.
Okay. How long will you be hanging out?
Like looks in your fridge and starts taking out leftovers. I can hang out as long as you got questions. And
Okay.
he starts making himself a plate of food.
Oh, I couldn't take your last beer.
Oh, that's okay. I brought my own, and he's got a 6-pack.
I've got plenty. I always have liquor. It's fine. So, were you on the moon when this happened?
No, I was on orbital station Sigma.
Oh, but you said that, yeah.
But yeah, it was scary times. Diedrich and Sadie collected all their belongings and took off from the station.
You have no idea where they went.
Well, I wasn't really my business. I was busy packing up my shit and getting out the door. This is that special kind of clusterfuck comes once in a lifetime you do not want to be a part of.
Well, this is it's very. How long have you been working on this? You have a lot of notes.
Well, I was the first one to get my hands on that black box they recovered, and to be honest, that whole Amazon thing was bait to get you guys out there.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Will anyone come looking for you?
Oh, probably.
Okay.
Once they realize I mean, nobody would go looking for me, but the stuff I took, when they realize it's gone, probably.
Okay, so you probably shouldn't stay here too long, like in my actual house. Let me write an address down for you.
You got it.
I'm going to take a scrap of paper, write down an address for downtown. Go to Stallman's at this address. Ask for Nerva. Always there.
Nerva.
Nerva.
Oh man,
she'll have a room for you. Tell her Kayla sent you.
I used to know Nerva.
Oh, yeah. Go visit Nerva. Yeah.
We had a thing back in high school.
Yeah.
Not sure she'll be happy to see me, but
Well,
let's look into things.
Kayla sent you, and it's important that you have a room to stay.
Yeah, if I got myself a good excuse, that might work. Yeah, he kind of walks over to your kitchen sink and elbows your brother out of the way, washes his hands, washes his face, slicks back his hair. Well, thank you very much, Miss Swift.
Yes.
Your brother, meanwhile, is bug-eyed and like doing his best not to start screaming.
Oh, I'm gonna follow up on some of this. Thank you for bringing it to me, and I'll stop by Stallman's tomorrow.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna look at Roger and say not a word.
Can't see what's going on there, Rich. Okay, so Sadie.
Hey there. How's it going?
You're arriving back at the sea base.
This is be good. So Diedrich, I'm just gonna say.
Oh, Diedrich split from you as soon as you left the moon, not the moon base, the orbital base. He was like, "Let everybody out," and then he took his own ship and vamoosed.
Okay. I feel like I might have been in such a rush. I left all my belongings behind stupidly because I was frightened. Would you think that is reasonable?
Well, I mean, whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
What is it you're trying to get at?
Because if you sort of, well, because I have a lot of conditions, and if you're frightened and you leave some important stuff behind, then you might not be frightened anymore.
No, that's not gonna fly. Sorry.
What? All right, fine. It was worth a shot. All right. Well,
yeah, it was a good try.
Jarvis, can you all right, I'll just go in then, I guess. That's fine. Feel like yeah, see who's home. See what's going on.
So it feels like two people are going to be home.
Hello? Oh, I'll just go to the kitchen first. That's a good place to go. I'm hungry.
And I feel like you probably bump into Verdant in the kitchen.
Hi, Verdant. How's it going?
Bear, weren't we in the middle of ritual last time?
You'll have to remind me what was going on. Sorry, it has been one heck of a day.
Dane and Verdant were working on a ritual to contact Gaia to see what the hell's going on.
Gotcha. So you are putting together that ritual, and right now you're waiting for some components to properly cure. And as such, you're taking a snack break.
Okay. Oh, hi, Sadie. I
Hey.
honestly was not expecting you to come back.
Oh, but I had to bring you your space credits, right? So
And I really appreciate that. Yes.
so I think there was 4 of us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, your share should be $250,000 then. So let me just transfer that to your account. You got your account up? What do you
Sure.
I mean, we got the money. We better use it before they try to take it back or something. They were really rude up there, I gotta say.
Just send it to my space pal.
Okay. I go bleep bloop bloop bleep bloop, and you get a notification on your device. It says Sadie has sent you $250,000 space credits, and there's like a little picture of a cat, sort of with like hearts for eyes.
Thank you.
Oh, I also brought you some. This is okay. Close your eyes and put your hands out. I got a gift for you. It's nothing weird. Okay.
I don't believe that.
You feel something soft in your hands.
I open my hands. Or I open my eyes, rather.
It's like a little plushie of like a green moon alien person, and it has like the Sputnik logo on it. It's like, I got this in the gift shop for you. I thought it's kind of weird and neat, and I thought you might like it.
Aw. Thank you so much, Sadie. I really appreciate it.
I'm going to try to support you with my emotions, if that's acceptable.
Yeah, go for it.
And you hear a slight,
You got to do it.
you hear a slight humming in your brain, and it feels very soothing. Gives you a little dopamine rush from my Carcaxian links. I rolled a 6, but I have a plus. I have 3 heart and get a +1 for emotional support from my animal companion. So that's a 10. I'm good at this move. This is one of my 2 good moves. Everything else, not so much. Yes, if you want to open up, feel some nice support. Clear a condition or something.
I very much enjoy that you thought of me. You coming back is a real gift, though, because I wouldn't have wanted to lose you. You're a good friend, and you've been here for us.
Thank you. That's really nice of you to say. I got gifts for the rest of the crew too. Also, I should probably just tell you this now. I think I'm not really sure what happened, but like, you know that weird guy from Boston with the mech? What was his name? Apollo 5 or something? 2? I don't know. So I brought him in. So this is what happened. I got the money. I got paid. So I brought him in for the bounty, which is obviously why I went up to the moon. And then I got the money. But then they said, "Oh, you're going to get a promotion for like doing all this great stuff." So I went to see Grayson, and they were supposed to I was supposed to meet with like Mr. Sputnik himself, apparently. But instead of meeting with him, I met with Grayson in this weird like room, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to join the cause?" and something. And they tried to like use some magic crystal energies on me. And then I was like, I don't know. The Gaia Squadron's kind of okay. I think you'd just, try to get along with them and maybe not be, try to be a little nice. And they're not so bad. That's what I said. And Grayson got real mad. And then they started shooting like all these laser beams from their like magic gem thing at me. And then there was this big robot fight. And I didn't have a robot, but I had a sword. So I like hit Grayson a bunch of times. But then Apollo guy, he like came and he like hit me and he suplexed me, and I was beating him up real good. But then instead of beating, he like I was hurting him real bad. Like
I'm gonna reach forward and just put a finger over Sadie's lips, which probably is a reach for me, but just
okay. Sorry,
Sadie. Do you need a hug?
They were mean.
Sounds like you want to roll to give emotional support too.
Uh, 8 on the dice plus 3 spirits is an 11.
One heck of a roll.
I'm going to be clearing some conditions with all this support, I think.
Just for your notice, Sadie, I am still smitten with you. So I get to pick 3 times, I think.
I think, or however it works, yeah.
You folks making me pull up the rule book.
Yeah. So
I pick once and you pick twice. I think that's what it means. I believe. Maybe. If they're spitting with you.
Well, don't worry about the extra effect right now. I will look that up while you are
opening up.
Yes, while you're continuing the role play.
All right. Well, I hug Verdant and I feel, good, and I cry a little. And I was really frightened because I got attacked by like these scary rhinoceros people, but I don't feel as frightened anymore.
It's okay. You're here. You're with friends. And we're not going to let anything happen to you, okay?
Thank you. They were really mean. They turned into these giant like rhinoceros. He turned into like big rhinoceros beetle thing because he got like the power that I wouldn't take.
Apollo 5 did?
Yeah, and he's like apparently their protector now, and he has weird powers like you, but like with insects or something.
It's okay. Doesn't matter. It's still just one of him against all of us.
You do get to choose an additional option because you are smitten with Sadie. I'm sorry, hold on. I think I'm wrong there.
No. When Sadie rolled, I get 2 choices off the list.
Yes.
And then because I rolled, I get another choice or a strength. So I'm going to take a string on Sadie for my roll.
hmm
And I'm going to take +1 XP and +1 forward.
At this point, Dane, you were expecting snacks. And they haven't arrived yet, so you're checking in the kitchen to make sure Verdant hasn't just gotten distracted cooking up a meal or something. And you walk in on the two of them hugging with Sadie weeping openly.
I start coming down like the hallway and start going, what in Oh. Okay.
I keep one arm wrapped around Sadie, and I just motion Dane over to like join the hug.
And then there is much more of Sadie that needs hugging, yes. Dane comes over and stands taller than Verdant and reaches Sadie's shoulders successfully in the hug.
Yeah, Verdant's hug is very, very awkward on Sadie.
So, how are things? Dane, having had a cat in their past, just starts to like stroke the back of like Sadie's head and then like scritch behind the ear while this hug is going on. Kind of curious to see what will happen.
Roll to entice.
Seems appropriate.
Is there a stat associated with this? I feel
Heart.
there is. Hearts?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're really good at that, right?
That's fun, right?
The one I'm not good at is grace, but it's better a 0 than a -1.
That's true.
Hey! A 4 and a 5 is a 9.
Well, there you go. You get to pick something off the list.
And that is page.
Then I get to
Oh, you
choose
don't already
one.
have it up? So,
I have all of
oh yeah, you're right. It's Sadie that gets to choose.
I know a lot about this from the other game, so pretty much an expert. I don't really. Would purring be giving into desire, or how would that work?
Yeah, I think that could count.
I'll give in to my desire, and I will sort of, kneel a little bit, and I will start to purr happily. And I mean, you can take that how you want, and I let you pet me as much as you want.
Oh, big scary cat lady, not so scary. She just wants scritches. Yes, yes, yes.
Verdant has a very jealous look.
And I think we're going to leave this scene on that and check back in with Kayla.
Okay. So I'm going to start pouring through the papers that were dumped on the table and see if I can recognize anything at all intelligible in this mess.
Okay. I am going to have you roll to call upon a toxic power.
Okay. And that was plus what?
Plus spirit.
Spirit. Okay. I rolled a 3 and a 1, so a 4 plus 2 spirit is 6.
Do you have any strings that you might be able to call on to help you out with this?
No, I don't have any that could help with this.
Okay, then I know exactly how this is going to play out. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Teacher, I have a recommendation.
Oh?
If this toxic power is Sputnik related, does pulling a string on a Sputnik employee or former Sputnik employee help?
It very possibly could.
Could it? Okay. I will try to spend one of the strings I have on Dane.
Okay. So you are going through these documents, and some of this data is absolutely horrifying. There are records of terrible experiments that happened in the past, some of which are absolutely gruesome. There is discussion about this energy and what sort of effect it has on living creatures, and it gets into some pretty nasty stuff. And you are going to have to mark a condition. What condition do you think would be appropriate here? You're muted.
Jeez. It's like I
For
live in
those
a
of you
fairly
listening at
big
home,
city, and there's motorcycles that come by. So if I am muted for a
yeah,
while,
no,
it's to block out that noise.
yeah, it has just been to all of those folks listening and watching. Normally, we are much better with all of our tech stuff. Tonight has just been a comedy of errors all over. So, yeah, Kayla, what condition?
Frightened.
Frightened is a good one.
Yes.
And since you called upon a string on Dane to succeed at this role, you come across a encoded data pad that you don't have any way of getting into, but you're pretty sure Dane might.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna quickly pull out my phone, and I'm going to snap some pictures of some of the documents on the data pad, and I'm gonna send a group text or a group message.
Yeah, everybody's phones or wrist communicators or whatever you use just bleeps.
What's this? Oh, it's a text from Kayla. Where is Kayla, by the way?
She is visiting her family in New York. Wanted to make sure that they were okay after the chaos of the Boston incident.
I go into my Spacebook and I start a group video chat with the four of us, and I invite the other three of them, and all their phones start to like ring.
I have
Sadie, we're right in front of you.
so many problems with this.
Well, that's what happens.
No, Sadie, stop. No, video off. No.
Talk to Kayla and see what's going on.
What is the group text message that you sent, Kayla?
So it's all the pictures I took and some of the documents, the data pad, and just in all caps, Dietrich sent me things, exclamation mark, times like 10.
Oh, I know. I say this out loud. I know. I'll send a text back to her, and I'm going to say, let's say, oh, I'm a skilled Carcaxian tracker. So if you bring me one of his important things that you have, I can try to track him down for you. And I send that text to the group, and two of the people just heard it already.
Dane is just standing there with their phone, slightly horrified. Because Dane came from Sputnik, and if there was anyone who was more Big Brother than Big Brother, it is most certainly Sputnik. And we just talked about, spilling state secrets over technological social platforms. So Dane is like about to go on full panic mode and start packing things up and going, we need to go pick up Kayla now. So, yes, this is exactly what happens. Phone is dropped and Dane leaves the kitchen to then go start packing. You can hear it. It is furious. Things are crashing. Bags are being like thrown around. And then Dane like comes back and is pretty much haphazardly dressed in clearly not armor, but armed to the teeth and going, we are not wasting any more time. We are going now.
Dane.
Yes,
Put the guns back on the Apollo 5 carcass. Put them back.
We need to go get Kayla now.
No. We need to finish this ritual now, or you're a liability.
Okay, these things do this thing called go to a satellite, which is closer to Sputnik than we are. So, I do not trust.
Sent pictures,
Mhm.
so it will take them a very short time to crawl them, rather than text, which would have flagged immediately.
Either way, clearly Kayla has something that Sputnik does not want to be leaked, especially to us.
Right.
We can most certainly do said ritual, but we are also, by doing such things, leaving a member out in a risky situation.
I mean, if you want me to, sorry, if you want me, I can go get Kayla while you do your ritual or something. I don't know, and bring her back here.
Plan, enact, go. Yes.
Oh, do you have any like smoke bombs here? Because I'm out. I didn't find any in my room.
Kayla. I assume that Sadie didn't say she shut the video call off, so I assume that she's
still on. Yeah.
still on video with us. Kayla, how far? Well, don't say exactly, but are you far from New Hampshire right now? Central New Hampshire?
Oh, I'd have to pull up a map. Hang on.
I just had to do the same thing, so don't.
5 hours?
About 5 hours. Yeah, it's about a 5-hour drive. Or, whatever method of transport you use.
Do you have an actual location of your house? That's
I mean,
that's what.
I can give you one.
I'll just tell the submarine thing to go there.
Yeah.
No, I have a friend in in New Hampshire. Who might be able to help.
Okay. Whatever works. I'm happy to help out too. Is that near that Boston place you took me to?
Sort of, but not actually.
Okay.
Oh, Dane, Sadie, by the way, either of you know a Gus?
Oh yeah, Gus is okay.
Gus, he's a good guy. All right, I met Gus today.
He's a little shy.
Bit of a pencil pushing nerd, but smart.
Okay. Make sure we can trust him.
Yeah, he left with us, so I think we had to leave in a hurry, and Diedrich went and got Gus because, like, I guess they're friends, or he's like, I guess he's my coworker technically, is what you'd say, but he's okay. But yeah, he left too. So I guess the three of us are like fugitives and terrorists or something. I don't know. Even though I didn't do anything wrong, I just said I didn't want a promotion. And that doesn't make me a terrorist. I don't know how that works. It's stupid.
You should have a drink, Sadie.
Yeah.
Go to my room. I got some. Help yourself.
Thanks.
Kayla, you should head to Glastonbury Mountain in Vermont.
Okay. Glastonbury Mountain.
Yes.
Anyone I should look for? Just a mountain. I can start climbing it. Go to the top.
Yeah. I'll have Craig meet you. He'll be able to find you. Don't worry. It's kind of what he does.
Oh, and make sure to bring the important thing of Diedrich so I can track him down.
Oh, I've got all kinds of things.
Okay.
I'll see if Gus wants to come. Maybe Gus would like to come with me.
Bring Gus.
I would also suggest you get your family to a safe place.
I can do so. Well, we'll see. I'll try.
Sadie's going to come get you.
All right. I'll leave in the morning. I have to meet up with Gus and then we'll head out.
Okay. Well, in that case, maybe Dane and I have a little bit of time to finish our ritual.
Okay.
So let's get to that ritual. Explain to us this ritual for the listeners here who weren't here last time.
So in Verdant's room, in my room, there's a large permanent ritual circle inscribed on the floor in silver with runes and such and spaces for extra things to be like written in and whatnot. And it is currently surrounded by tons of candles and various types of crystals and bits of what's definitely computer hardware that's been like ripped apart into component pieces, and at least a couple of stuffed animals. And there are two cushions in the middle of this circle, one for Dane and one for Verdant. And I head over to I come back from the kitchen where I was using the oven as an sort of makeshift pottery kiln to harden some clay that I had shaped into the form of a woman in robes, which I'm using as the representation of Gaia for this. Dane, take your seat, and we're gonna begin.
Okay.
Kayla's going to be fine. They're not going to move on her immediately because they know what she can do. They're going to take the time to put together a force. We have time. What?
What Sadie just described is something that we have not faced. So what don't we know that they have? So maybe they don't need the force. They have our counter.
If that's the case, then all the more reason that you need to be at your best on this battlefield, because otherwise you're going to get someone killed. And it might be Kayla because she really likes defending people. Sit.
You can always spend a string.
Dane takes a seat.
I was about to roll to entice, but okay. I place the excuse me. I place the statue of Gaia on a little wooden platform in the center of the circle. You can't see, but on the bottom of it, there's still like a thrift store sticker. And we've lost our navigator. Oh, there he is. There they are.
Sorry about that.
The fourth wall has been broken.
Ah!
I mutter a minor incantation and spread my hand in a specific gesture, and all the candles light. Which is mostly for Dane's benefit, because I have a little button behind me that like turns on the
Nice.
And I begin to attempt to commune with the unseen.
Okay, and please remind us how that move works.
When I perform a ritual to commune with the unseen, I give a dangerous unseen a string on me and roll plus spirit. I'm going to give Gaia a string on me.
Gaia definitely qualifies as a dangerous unseen.
And I'm going to roll plus spirit. If I get a 10 plus, I get to choose 2 off of a list. If I got a 7 to 9, I also get to choose 2, but something goes wrong.
Okay.
And if it's a 6 minus, I believe Dane is helping me out with this.
Yes.
So, make your roll and see what happens.
I rolled a 5. Plus 3 spirit is 8. Plus 1 forward is 9.
So, if you would like to spend a string, Dan, you could push this to a 10.
Or do something else. Didn't you have something else you could do?
When you allow yourself to be vulnerable to someone you hurt during your villain's past, they choose 1. I am choosing guide you. They mark XP and they give you a task to make amends. Show vulnerability. You take 1 forward to interact with them. So right now I'm doing guide. So I'm being given a task to help. So
Okay. So you would have to spend a string for the bonus here.
okay. I don't think I have anything else that would give me anything else on that.
Okay.
Just I'm double checking my moves there to make sure. Shit. Ooh. Can I do a move right now?
What are you thinking?
I picked a move a while back before I got blasted into bit from the Chosen playbook. And that move was Guidance from Above. When you petition a superior for guidance, they give you instructions and useful information. Mark XP or clear a condition. If you do so as commanded, they gain a string on you if you do otherwise. So while this ritual is going on, I would be seeking guidance because I had actually touched Gaia before.
Okay. Well, none of that is going to increase the roll.
Okay. didn't know if it makes any differences for the things that you choose to also have happen. But yeah, I don't think I have any strings that I can spend because the ones
You
that I
don't have
have
any
are.
strings on Verdant?
I don't. I did that last week. I'm
Ooh.
good at giving people strings. I'm bad at making strings happen.
Okay. Well, in that case, Verdant, you have
Do you-
a 7 and 9.
I
This
thought
is
you-
riveting viewing, trying to like squeeze 1+1 out of 10 minutes of looking through playbooks, but come on. You rolled a 9.
Okay. On a 7 and 9, I choose 2 from the 10 plus list and also choose one thing that goes awry. So, what I'm going to learn is, or what I'm going to choose is, I'm going to temporarily alter the unseen nature of this area to allow Gaia to communicate with us directly
Very good.
or to interact with us directly, at least, including communicating, but more than like basically do whatever she wants. And I'm going to learn uh, exactly what it is that Dane can do and how that is activated.
Okay. And what is the thing that goes wrong?
The list of things to pick from are Restless
Oh.
Unseen.
This is one that I pick?
No, I'm picking.
Okay.
I'm just giving you guys the list.
Okay.
Restless Unseen, cause a haunting. Hungry Unseen, destroy all non-sentient life in a small area. Or Stern Unseen, judge you, inflicting a condition. I'm going to be getting a condition.
Okay. We will work that into the situation that happens. As you alter the unseen nature, there is a glowing light of bright emerald green energy that manifests in the center of the room. And you hear a voice in your heads. Why have you called me forth, children?
We needed your wisdom, great spirit of the earth, mother of all. Our foes are more numerous and more dangerous than we expected, and we want to make sure that our path is both more clear to us and as well known as we can make it.
Your path is to go forward and destroy those who would harm me.
Yes,
What more
mother.
guidance do you need?
You gifted Dane with power, and they are not yet confident in its use or application. They wanted to know whether you had touched them as deeply as you touched us.
The only thing holding you back, Dane, is your divided heart. You fight for my cause, yes, but you do not have the conviction to do all that is necessary.
I don't have conviction. I reached out for you for guidance, and you told me to do exactly as you're telling us now. I don't have conviction. I died for you that day. Died for them that day.
I do not ask you to die for me. I ask you to kill for me. Those who would turn against nature must learn that nature is a cruel mistress. The barbs of a rose, the bite of the wolf, the fury of the storm, that is as much who I am as the warm summer breeze, the blossoming flower. Do not forget that. Do not think that I want you to waste your time saving those who have turned against me. They have turned their back on life. They must be shown death.
Many are misguided. Deceitful is the way of man. And
Nature does
only-
not deceive. Nature destroys.
Nature does not deceive. Do the stripes of a tiger not help camouflage it from its prey? Do the barbs of a lionfish still not sting as it is hiding in the coral? Nature
tiger,
does not deceive. Nature deceives to destroy. Do not lie to me, spirit.
A tiger never pretends to be anything but a tiger. It is only man that seeks to tame it, to turn it into a pet. You can feel the spirit focusing on you, Verdant. Do not become a pet. You are harbingers, gifted with greater power than any have held before you.
Yes, yes, mother. We are. I'm sorry. I'm going to mark the guilty condition.
You have this power, Dane. I'm sorry, no. She doesn't say that because I don't think she cares about names. But you can feel that sentence was directed at you. Unleash that power and make your foes tremble and flee before you. Sorry about the sirens.
That's what happens when you're become a terrorist on the moon. They come
It is.
Yeah.
My powers are not a precious little thing to be cradled and nursed. They are to be wielded with might and fury. If you must ask me whether your powers are strong, then I do not feel like I need to answer. Especially not in the face of Namrock. At this point, we are going back to Kayla. You are heading to the hotel to meet up with Gus?
Yes. And I've carefully packed all of the materials that he left, and they're not leaving my sight.
So you've got this satchel under your arm, and
Yep.
inside the bar, you see Gus sitting on one of the stools, flirting with your friend. I'm sorry, I can never remember this name.
Nerva.
Nerva. So Gus is sitting with Nerva, and she's giving him a. You're not sure whether it's a flirtatious smile or a polite smile. Might be somewhere in between, but Gus seems to be enjoying himself.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go up to them and. How was your evening, Gus?
Well, it's gotten might fine better now that I'm sorry. So I'm sorry, young lady. What did you say your name was again? And she laughs at his bad joke.
I
Kayla,
hope you weren't
dearie.
too much
How-
trouble.
Gus is never any trouble.
Should Gus roll to entice?
Nah. Gus and I go way back. He was supposed to be my prom date.
Oh, so are you from Babylon as well, Gus?
I'm from one town over.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, Nerva, I would appreciate a moment with Gus.
Don't you go stealing him now. And she heads off to wash glasses patiently at the end of the bar.
So,
You're not sure what... Oh, go.
Oh, okay. We need to get out of here.
Well, we just kind of got here.
Yeah, but Sputnik is very likely to come looking for what you brought and for you, and we should go somewhere where we can keep these documents safe and keep you safe.
What makes you think they're going to come looking for us here?
I'm sure they're quite good at. I know Sputnik is quite good at tracking what they've lost. It's only a matter of time.
Well, you can take the documents and make your way, and I can make some time with my old friend here.
You could, but really, it wouldn't be safe, I don't think. And besides,
I think I can't handle a couple of Sputnik goons. And he flexes, and makes you even more sure that he can't handle any Sputnik goons.
are you aware of the full scope of what you brought?
Well, I know Miss Sputnik was interested in it, and generally that means
Yeah, it's explosive. If this were to get out, some of it could at the very least put a significant dent in people's confidences around Sputnik, and the rest is very, very valuable technological information. They're not going to want this to get out. Why do you think Dietrich is in hiding?
well, I've known Dietrich for a while, and it's probably because he doesn't know how to handle his extreme over attraction to Miss Sputnik.
Okay.
Did you know that kid has pictures of him? That kid has pictures of her up on his wall. Wait, let's. Is Dietrich a he, him?
I think so.
Okay. I'm sorry, folks. I'm not having a great night tonight.
You're right. I know Dietrich can't quite handle himself in tough situations, and to be honest, I'm scared, and I could use someone such as yourself who can handle himself to help me get where I need to go, and I'm going to try to entice him.
Okay, give me a roll.
So I rolled 2 4s, so that's an 8. I have +0 to heart though, so it stays at an 8.
Stays at an 8. So he will give you a string on him, which you can then use to get him to go with you.
Okay.
Well, I guess I can go with you, just so long as we come back eventually.
Oh, I promise. I promise. We'll be back. My family's here. I need to come back.
And do you leave now, or do you wait until the morning, or?
I will leave now. I think it's best that we get going as soon as possible.
Sounds good.
And before I leave, though, I am leaving a note for Roger and my father, just briefly explaining a little bit about, sorry, work emergency, had to go.
Where do they think you work?
Well, Roger knows the truth of where I work. My father believes I work security for a not Sputnik, but another like minor, like a security consultant group.
You work totally
Yeah,
work for the
exactly.
Vanguard security systems.
There we go. Yeah, exactly.
Vanguard, we're first in protection.
Yep.
Now, I am going to have you roll to defy disaster as you flee town.
Okay.
Because they are indeed coming for you.
Of course they are.
Now, this is going to be a roll with wit because you're trying to be clever and flee to New Hampshire, where you're hoping they won't be able to find you.
Okay.
Now, before you roll, you have to pick something you are willing to sacrifice.
I'm willing to sacrifice Gus. Is that a person count?
That is definitely something you could be willing to
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Right. He seems the least valuable, so I'm willing to sacrifice Gus.
Okay. So make your roll.
I rolled a 5 and a 2, so 7 plus 1 wit, 8.
Okay. You get to your car and are getting ready to leave when Gus is still saying his goodbyes. And you see 3 Sputnik goons, led by Helga, heading towards the bar. They have not seen you yet.
Goodness. All right. And I'm gonna take a second and I'm gonna pause, and I feel horrible about this, but I know I have to make sure these documents are safe. And I
How
gotta get
horrible
out
do
of
you
there.
feel about this?
Uh,
I'm just curious whether you should be
Yeah.
maybe marking the guilty condition.
I am. I'm marking the guilty condition. Exactly. I feel
Yeah.
incredibly guilty, and I am going to leave Gus and jet my ass away.
Sadie, you are going to pick up Kayla, or are you sending the automatic ship?
No, I'm going. I've never been to New Hampshire, and my new friends were busy with some ritual. I didn't want to bother them.
Okay.
Well, it's Vermont now.
Okay, what?
Yeah,
Go to
I wrote Vermont.
go to the place that Verdant said, Mr. Ship.
Okay, and the ship is going to go to Vermont. Now, I want to work on that scene some, but chronologically, we do have to take care of the ritual first. So we're going to finish up with the ritual, and then we're going to move to the two of you meeting up in Vermont.
Bear, I sent you the thing about my friend in Vermont.
Yep. So,
Whoa.
sorry, Lily has decided that it is time to start screaming.
Ow.
So, back to the ritual. You're got the spirit in front of you, who just used words you're not familiar with.
What is Narok?
Namrock is... Well, Namrock wants to be me. Every planet has a spiritual core. A life force, if you will. And that is what I am. I am this planet. And I have shaped it to my desires. Namrock is a parasite. He wishes to devour me and supplant me and make this world his own.
Where did he come from?
Far, far away. Galaxies away.
How did he get here then?
He has no physical form, as I do not. Whatever world he comes from, either it was taken from him or it was destroyed. And now he wishes to claim Earth for his own.
If he has no form, how are we supposed to stop him?
He is empowering champions just as I have. If they defeat you, I will become vulnerable.
And same in reverse.
Yes,
Well, it's easy then. We just won't be defeated.
I came here to beseech you. I have no armor, I have no sword. But I know mechanics, not this. You want me to fight, I will. But I am not armed appropriately for this.
Didn't you hear her? She just said that you are. You just lack the will to pull it forth. May- Maybe what if you were to go through the motions you use to don your armor, but you're pulling into you the energy of mother rather than putting on physical objects.
That would feel like a falsehood. Right now, what I want to do is I want to burst. I am angry at feeling helpless. I am being mocked by the very thing I left that fucking bastard organization for. And I'm being told that my own actions are not enough. I don't want to sit here anymore. I want to act. This. Dane can feel herself physically getting warmer at this point in time, like ready to burst. I am going to mark a condition.
Please do.
I am going to mark the angry.
Mother, would you bless me maybe with the power to connect Dane to the armor we have here so that they might summon it to themselves at need? And I'm going to attempt to try and convey to Gaia without Dane figuring it out that I'm not serious about that. I'm just trying to convince Dane that there's an actual physical object instead of their own power pulling things in.
That would be acceptable.
Is that okay to you, Dane? Would that work? You've seen how I can transport across distances. I can make it so that armor can be transported as well, and it's probably easier, especially with Mother's direct help, to send just objects rather than people. And that sending would imbue it with the power of Gaia through you to do things.
I have an idea. She thinks I lack conviction. You need proof of my conviction? Give me a stage where I can prove myself. Send me there, now. Dane's directing that towards Gaia.
That is not what I do. I am a creature of growth. a spirit of the wilds. Translocation is not part of me. If you wish to prove yourself, strike down a champion. One of Namrock's followers. Any will suffice.
Fine. I can do this. I feel something, but now is not the time. Here is not the place. Ardent, I appreciate what you are trying to do, but I think I feel Mother's gift.
Okay. Well, let's go to Vermont then, because I think Sadie and Kayla are probably going to need our help.
And as you say that, we see Kayla driving along. And something winged is following behind. That's tonight's episode. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Please follow us. We love the fact that people are here watching. It makes me very happy. Also, check us out on Twitter at Umbral Theater, where we talk about new shows we're doing, when episodes are coming out, stuff like that. This game plays every Thursday. We have podcasts that are releasing Mondays in similar games, and we're recording all sorts of new stuff all the time. Anyone else want to give any shout outs?
I'd like to take a moment to talk to the group about possible.
We're going to work on that in the after show.
Gotcha.
Yep.
And no.
I want to give a shout out to my home planet, Carcaxia.
Yeah.
Carcaxian friends and foes out there. I want to say hey.
Yo, Carcaxia, what up?
And with that, we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Until next time.
Now, a little bit of a post-credit scene for those of you still watching. We are in space, on the moon, in the headquarters of the Sputnik Corporation. The camera is focused on Ilyana Sputnik as she walks down the throne room towards her father's throne. Bad word choice, thank you. And as she approaches, there is a blue glow in her eyes and an angry look upon her face. She looks towards her father and says, "What you're doing isn't right. If I have to stop you myself, I will." Thank you again, everybody. Have a nice night.